Hi guys. So today's gonna be a long one. Well, what to do? This is my biohacking journal where I write my vital rhythms, which is when I wake up, when I eat, when I sleep, when I shower. Not gonna mention Dr. Huberman again, although I absolutely love him because, well, it's early days. It's early days of these experiments, and as we learn, just because something sounds good, don't mean it's gonna work, even if it's scientific. So, what did I want to share today? Many things. Let's start with affirmations. I find that affirmations have to be qualities that I really want. So, for example, if I'm feeling insecure, I want to feel confident. But sometimes actually I just want to not feel insecure. There's a nuance. So that's tricky. And one of my teachers showed me an exercise. She says, well, if you want to know if what you want is really what you want in your heart, you have to imagine that it's on the ceiling and you're jumping down to get it. And you will see that the things that you really want, you really jump up energetically, and the ones you don't, you'll be like, meh. I did that experiment. I made Kazik do that experiment. We wrote like 20 wishes each. And yeah, actually very interesting. He had 20 wishes, 4 of them he really jumped more enthusiastically for. I had many wishes as well. The only one that I jumped enthusiastically for, funnily enough, was I wrote that me and you guys have like a center for some shit. Apparently that really excited me more than anything, more than orgasms. Wow. There's one exercise. Orgasms, right? That was in my affirmations that I'm multi-orgasmic, and I wasn't really feeling it, but my life has started to revolve around this in a way. The place where I do my Chinate Sang, they do all sorts of vaginal work and all these exercises, and I went yesterday to a course that was all about pelvic muscles and where each orgasms is, and it was very, very biology based, and all these exercises. And this woman is was the first woman I've met with like a proper magical vagina that can shoot ping pong balls and all that. I mean, it's great to do a course on that, but when you meet someone like that in real life, it's kind of reassuring because she's like a flesh and bone kind of lady like us. And so you can say I'm not multi-orgasmic, let's say at the moment, but things are happening in that sphere to me that are potentially taking me there. I was a little upset because there's just so much to learn, and I thought oh my god, I'll never get a result until I learn all of this. That's perfectionism. I shouldn't be like that. I should be like that. I'm getting result from everything very fast. CBT going on. Yeah, I make it sound easy. I was upset for like an hour, but anyway. This brings me to biology, right? And I got one wish granted, which is not really a wish I'd made recently, but it has helped me psychologically in many ways. As I began to study human biology, how the brain works, how actually the body functions, the organs, the pelvis, the vaginas, really, I'm so lucky to have these really good teachers that explain these things very clearly. I was like, well, no wonder I had problems, and no wonder why certain things I did hadn't worked for me. It kind of made me less angry about not having resolved my period stuff by this point, because I just realized the wealth of the challenge, you know? And yeah, that somehow made it easier for me to realize like what a huge thing I've been dealing with, and that I shouldn't feel angry that that's not gone yet. Maybe it is. Fingers crossed. My biggest takeout from biology is something that I call a genetic disadvantage. I was born with certain hereditary and epigenetic predispositions towards my endometriosis and period pain, and everything in life contributed to that. And there was absolutely nothing I could have done to prevent that. So when I compare myself to to these people that I'm jealous of, like why she has a career in Feng Shui and why she has a career there, and why everyone seems more safe feeling than I am. It's not a fair comparison, because although these people have had, I'm sure, their own challenges, they have not had my challenge. So if I want to be truly competitive, I need to compare myself only to women that were raised in my own circumstances and have my own period pain. So women with endometriosis, my age, and my social background and economic background. I don't know any of these women, so I can't compare myself to them, so that's better. So maybe I'm not doing so badly for my level. This takes me to like this whole thing of community. It really hit me. Yesterday there was like, I don't know, 5 bitches of us doing these vaginal exercises. We all talk about the same things that interest us, and we all understand each other. And I realized what a big deal it is to have the right kind of support group around you. I never truly appreciated that before, and how much harder some things are when you don't have that. I think with the turning in Colette House and then living with Julia and Susan in North Cyprus, I kind of started to understand really the importance of a good peer group. I know it sounds like a cliche, and I know people can do everything on their own, but it's just so much easier when there's others like you. And I think that's why this affirmation experiment really helps me, because I feel like you guys are really with me and I'm not alone in this. And it's probably more efficient than most of the things I do. At least for a personality like mine. What else? I had a horrible dream. Probably the worst dream I've ever had in my life. And you guys know, I remember my dreams. And it really freaked me out. It was, in a nutshell, I encountered my dad's mother's head in a glass bowl. And I said, "What have we done?" And I was screaming and running down this tower. It occurred to me that, funnily enough, perhaps I didn't see the correlation before. Some of my dreams work like when I took ayahuasca. So when I took ayahuasca, a lot of the things that I saw, I really took them at face value, and some of them are at face value. But others are really very graphic and very exaggerated metaphors. Just like this dream I had. At first I thought, well, what's gonna happen, what does it mean? And then I realized, actually, this is just my subconscious showing me how I see my own mind and body connection. that I feel like I'm a stuck, screaming, decapitated head of a grandma that didn't raise me, that I didn't feel very close to, in this weird medical institution, and everything's just kind of gross and creepy feeling. I think this is my, at the moment or in the past, I don't know, this is my actual perception of myself in my body. This was a kind of insight I got during my chat with Gulis during EMDR. And it was the first time I had a therapeutic insight during therapy. It was like, oh, Gulis, my body this, my body that. And then I had this dream. Aha! Now I see what the dream means. So that was cool. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so that's about it. I think, once again, I'm starting to rebuild my trust in dreams more, thinking they're more useful than I thought, if you can get a key to them, that is. And once again, I miss you guys. And, inshallah, I do hope to be there by Blonde's birthday. My parents are supposed to come back around, I don't know, the 7th of May. So after that, I can start thinking about travel, because Isaac's dad's gonna be bored without me. So I feel like, we're in this house protection business together. What else? My period's supposed to come. Well, it's gonna be 1 month on the 27th. My period's supposed to come sometime after that. And then if it doesn't, I'll need to do lots of tests. And maybe call my gynecologist, or maybe continue with the massage and the holistic practices. So I'm gonna be zen about it, or try to be zen about it, and see what comes from that. Although some tests are not bad, like one is you pee all day into a jar, and then you tell the doctor how much you peed, and then you give him a little sample of the pee, and that's not too bad. Right, I'll give you another video about orgasms in a moment.